Everyone, here's a quick tutorial on how to use my one real quick. So what's happening here is basically when we initialize the program, it initializes the one. And what it's doing is it's taking this one integer and it's adding two ones to it, or 11, and it's setting the one integer, and then it's taking that and it's running it through a loop. And in that loop, it's using an array of ones, and with each one, it's subtracting from the original one that we just set. And it's setting a new one, and it's taking that new one and it's multiplying it by a split vector that is multiplied by itself, right? And then it's taking that value and it's dividing it by a one integer. And we're gonna talk about what this truncate is doing here in a moment. But first, what we're doing is we're taking that and we're running it through a second for loop. And in this for loop, we're using another array of ones, if you look right here. And we're taking that and we're using it as an exponent, and what we're making exponentially larger is this one that I've made into an int vector, and we've gotten a dot product of that int vector through this one vector, and we've taken the square root of that, and now we've exponentialized that through this for loop, right? So then we make a rotator out of that and this old one that we multiplied by this one vector, as well as a array element 1 into that y pitch position. And then we're taking an abstract of the one integer, and we're getting the y of that. We're truncating that rotator because we're giving floats and we need an integer, right? So we truncate it, and then we divide that, the first two values by each other, and we multiply that by the last value, right? Okay, so now we're going back to that loop. And that loop is basically setting another one, right? So that one right here is being set by the division of this power multiplication over here and this division over here. And then we're looking over here and we're saying, okay, is that one equal to 1? If it is, run this for loop of an array that is getting an abstract of the array element and the array index, and it's incrementing it, and it's setting another 1 based off of the truncated x value of the vector that I just made by taking the vector 1 and multiplying each x, y, and z by integer 1, right? If it fails, we're just gonna go ahead and set 1 to 1. So now that we've got we got 1 set to 1, we are gonna press 1, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna check, is 1 equal to 1? If it is equal to 1, that's set 1 to 1, right? So once 1 is 1, we're checking for that every tick. And once 1 is 1, we're gonna fire off the function 1, but only once. And once we fired off the function 1, we're gonna take 1, we're gonna hide it, and we're gonna open this one video one times, set the play rate to 1. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what that does really quick. And here we go.
1, 1, 1, and even 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5 ones. Really phenomenal. But I just want to